layups for the Tigers, and there's Amari Robinson, the team's leading scorer, double figures in each of her last 4. She had 18 points in the come-from-behind win over Pittsburgh this past Sunday. Clemson has won 3 of the last 4 meetings in this series. Notre Dame looking to get to 6-1 in ACC play as Olivia Miles launches and misses a 3, and Clemson secures the defensive rebound. That's going to be so important for the Tigers tonight. It
is going to be important. They cannot allow Notre Dame to get second chance opportunities. They are going to go hard to the offensive board.
Nunu Bradford to Robinson with a left hand, and an offensive rebound for Hank.
And that's a big rebound by Hank. She has been rebounding the basketball well for this Clemson ball club.
Thought maybe they got Miles with her first foul, but instead it's a travel on Hank and the Tigers' first turnover.
Well, that's what it was. Hannah Hank was very active in that win against Virginia Tech, so look for her this evening to do the same thing against Notre Dame. She's going to cause havoc in the paint.
Entry feed intercepted. The freshman Ruby Whitehorn getting her first shot at the Irish. Amari Robinson, and she traveled 2.
Yeah, she took too many steps trying to make the wraparound pass to Whitehorn, who was wide open for the layup. It's a great idea. Just took too many steps.
The first 2 defensive possessions have been what Amanda Butler has wanted to see in terms of preventing Notre Dame from getting the ball inside with good position, doing the work before the pass. But there's Miles carving up the defense and setting up Kylie Watson. If Miles can get into the teeth of the Tigers' D, that spells trouble for Clemson.
Right, that's going to be a problem. And Miles, you just saw how she made a nice head fake move to the paint, even got a nice Clemson defender off of her feet, a nice pass in the paint, setting her teammate up, and now at the free throw line for 2 shots. That's what Olivia Miles is capable of doing.
Foul was on Hank, and Kylie Watson, the Oregon transfer, sinks a pair at the line to get the scoring started tonight. Robinson's pass through the hands of Whitehorn, but she recovers it with great hustle, and it sets up Robinson at the rim.
Great hustle play by the freshman. Whitehorn able to recover and then repays Robinson back with the wide open layup.
Well, so far we are seeing some Clemson grit.
They have it, and that's what Coach Butler emphasized today in shoot-around, is that they need to be tough, limit 2-point opportunities for Notre Dame, anything inside the arc. And another steal right there by Whitehorn.
Second steal for Ruby. Whitehorn takes it, makes it.
And she's coming out playing aggressive. I'm not sure what kind of talk Coach Butler had with her, but she emphasized the need for Whitehorn to get more touches and shoot the ball more.
Another deflection for Whitehorn, but an ambitious pass from Nunu Bradford sails out of bounds past Brie Perpignan. Take a quick look at our keys to the game, brought to you by your local Ford dealer with Fallon.
Right, Notre Dame, you know, they have to play tough and defend. That is something that Coach Ivey said. Her team just needs to defend well, and it'll turn into offense for them. And for Clemson, they need to guard inside the arc, limit those 2-point opportunities, like I said earlier.
Swarming the catch, and a travel called on Westbeld. We are on pace for about 52 travels tonight.
Well, I think the defense so far in this game has been tenacious. Both teams really getting after it, creating turnovers, and Clemson has been very active to start this game.
Lauren Ebo into the game for Notre Dame. Perpignan has had a really solid season for the Tigers after a great career at Elon, blocked by Ebo out of bounds. It'll stay with Clemson. And here comes the freshman KK Bransford into the game for Notre Dame as well.
Right, Ebo just really moves her feet very well and was able to get that block. She has good size, but moves very well.
Whitehorn looking for daylight. A pirouette. Unable to finish, but Hannah Hank with another hustle play. Her third rebound in the opening 4 minutes.
She's going to go for those boards, especially on the offensive end. And Notre Dame is going to have to spot her, put a body on her early.
It's 2-0 boards for Hannah Hank, the Aussie. Entry feed, beautifully done, and Robinson lays it in.
Great move by Robinson on Citron. Citron was overplaying her in the post, and she gets the lob, leads her straight to the basket.
6 straight for Clemson over the past couple minutes. In that time, Notre Dame has now 4 turnovers. Nunu Bradford adds to the Tigers' lead. Timeout, Niele Ivey.
Right now, Clemson's doing exactly what they did 3 weeks ago and really hustling on the defensive end, creating offense.
Notre Dame has had 7 possessions. They're 0 for 1 with a couple free throws and 5 turnovers. Meanwhile, the Tigers, 8 points in the paint.
How do you enjoy a delicious home-cooked meal without the prep? Take a fresh approach to dinner with this Little Big Meal from the Fresh Market. A ready-to-cook meal that feeds a family of 4 for just $25. Try America's most loved dinner today.
It's in the simple things. Brushing your teeth in the morning. Every home-cooked meal. A game of catch between father and son. Family. It's what makes home, home. And you want to make sure you keep them safe with a solid roof over their heads. And we're here to help. Guy Roofing. Protecting families for over 50 years.
It's a privilege to be able to have land and manage it and work it. The land will teach you many lessons. Nature will teach you many lessons. But the biggest lesson is starting something and finishing it. It's not so much about getting ahead, because that'll never happen, but not getting too far behind.
How do I save every day on the fresh foods I love most? With the Fresh Market Ultimate Loyalty Experience, I get member-only pricing on items like top-quality meat and seafood, fresh produce, and items I buy regularly. So join today and start saving.
There's a lot of clarity around how good they want to be. I think there's ownership of how good we can be, and then we're seeing strides in the daily commitment to then what it takes to actually become that. But their mindset, I think, is that it's all around how high can Team 48 go, and then what is my individual role in making that happen.
All season long, Amanda Butler has talked about how much she likes her team, how much she thinks they're really good, how their early season losses were all to quality opponents. And they have adapted. I mean, you think about the South Carolina game where they were outclassed. But then they played NC State and matched up well with a top 10 team. They beat a top 10, the Hokies. And now here in the first 4 minutes against Notre Dame, it's been a brilliant start for the Tigers.
It has, and it just tells you once again the ACC is just a great league and so competitive. But Coach Butler, she has her team prepared, and tonight she has her team prepared, ready to take battle at home to see if they can beat another ranked opponent. But they have a high. When they play at home, especially against ranked teams, they are ready for the challenge.
Fallon, you talked about the importance of the Tigers' defense inside the arc, preventing twos. Notre Dame hasn't attempted a two yet in the game.
Isn't that crazy?
Olivia Miles with their first two-point field goal, and it was a nifty one.
And then you see something like that from Olivia Miles, which is just special.
And Darren Mabry comes up with a steal. Different tenacity from Notre Dame. Mabry steps into the jumper. Rebounded by Alasia Douglas. Douglas, junior college transfer from Nebraska. Sets up Perpignan in the corner, in and out. Rebound Citron. Here comes Miles. Off. No, it's a blocking foul. Blocking foul on Clemson.
I could see that when that was going to be called. Douglas was moving her feet, trying to keep up. Olivia Miles was pushing it, had two Clemson defenders, but I don't think Douglas was quite set, and Miles knew it.
First on Douglas. Tara Mabry made her 300th career three-pointer on Sunday. This is her first deep shot tonight. Ruby Whitehorn, too strong off the glass. Pretty good defense by Bransford on the block. Miles, every time she touches the ball, you just kind of gaze in admiration of the things she can do, although that shot comes up short.
Right, she's so quick with it. Her handles and her dribble is elite. And she's shown some of that tonight, trying to get her team into the flow in their offensive sets.
The veteran Robinson directing traffic. Bradford with 5 to shoot. Bradford. Another second chance opportunity, and the foul is going on Kylie Watson.
And that's something Notre Dame has to box out. Robinson is going to continue to be aggressive. The most consistent player for this Clemson team this season.
They're 14-2. They lost at the buzzer against Maryland, and then they also lost at Duke. Excuse me, at North Carolina. Duke and North Carolina are playing tonight in Carmichael.
It's on your mind.
NL Enyang has really picked it up lately, averaging 10 a game in her last 5, and looks smooth on that first shot off the bench.
Enyang did, and that's what Clemson has to continue to do is attack, try and score in the paint. And you see on the defensive end, Coach Butler keeps switching up her defensive sets, trying to keep Notre Dame on their heels.
Mabry around and out. Rebound finds Bradford. Transition opportunity. Going right at Miles for 2.
Well, I guess if Bradford put down the little she's too small when she finished in the paint. This is going to be a battle between these two guards. Bradford, one of the best defenders that we have in the ACC, and Miles definitely, if not the top point guard in the ACC, one of them.
You knew Bradford with a little floor slap there at the defensive end. Another steal. Loose ball in the backcourt, shooting it from her knees.
I love it.
Bransford can't score. There's a lot of contact. Bodies are down. And the foul is on Clemson's head. What a wacky sequence.
It was. These teams are just battling. And you see right here, Bradford gets tripped up, hustled the shot from the floor, and then Hannah Hank falls on everybody and gets the foul. It's pretty crazy.
In your 4 years, you ever take a shot like that?
Not in a collegiate game. In a pickup game, yes, yes, yes.
Wow. Irish ball. Jumper wouldn't go for Westbeld. Douglas had the rebound, and she was fouled. It's going on Lauren Ebo.
That was good hustle by Douglas. Probably the smallest player on the court right now, able to get into the thick of things in the paint and get that defensive rebound. Now you see Notre Dame playing a zone. Looks like a 2-3 matchup zone.
Citron, good defense on Gaines. Now it's Bradford. Shot clock at 6. Douglas, cross-court pass intercepted. Bransford, the freshman from Cincinnati. Yikes. Not the smoothest of fast breaks, but Notre Dame's going to get free throws out of it.
I tell you, this first quarter has been a back-and-forth game. It's looked messy at times, but these teams are competing. And since Notre Dame switched and went into that zone, which was probably an excellent call by Coach Ivey, you see Clemson has had some difficulties getting that ball inside.
So in the earlier scrum sequence, Hannah Hank picked up, I believe, her second foul, and she's now on the bench. Bransford at the line for the Irish. One for two. Last touch by the Irish. Clemson ball. Tigers enter the night at 12-7. They snapped their 3-game losing streak with a tenacious comeback. They were down by as many as 17 late in the first half against Pitt. Outscored them 55-23 the rest of the way. And their defense is their calling card.
It is. You said it in that game against Pitt. They were down by at least 10 at halftime. Came back in the second half and really performed offensively.
Evo missed from point-blank range. Gets another look. Missed it again. Westbeld was fouled by Nunu Bradford.
Notre Dame has such good size inside. You have players like Evo and Westbeld battling for offensive rebounds. That is a tough opponent to try and go against and box out.
Maddy Westbeld, ACC Freshman of the Year a couple seasons ago. Now a junior. Six-point game. Under 2 minutes to play in the first. Whitehorn, nice move. Couldn't finish. Enyang lost it, and the ricochet finds Bransford.
Ricochet right over Miles.
Olivia Miles doesn't make a lot of threes, but she's taken 2 so far in the quarter. She's now 8 for 38 from 3 in the season. Maddy Westbeld, much higher percentage from deep, but Notre Dame is 0 for 4 as a team. Oh, blocked, but a foul with the body going on Miles.
I think Miles wanted to make a point with that block, a point of emphasis. And you see Perpignan going hard to the basket. Miles right there, but too much body with the block. One
of 2 players in the nation averaging at least 15, 7, and 7. The other is the great Caitlin Clark at Iowa. She's averaging 27, 7, and 7.
That's not too bad, not too shabby.
27 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. But Miles is in those conversations with the best players in the country, that's for sure. Tigers' first free throw chance of the night. They missed him. Mabry, Bransford, Citron, Westbeld, and Watson.
Clemson doing a great job with this matchup zone, really getting into the spots and making it difficult for Notre Dame to get into the paint.
Citron, I don't think she got it off. They're going to review it. I thought it was in her hands when the buzzer sounds, but they'll check it. For now, it's a good 2-point field goal for Sonia Citron.
But she was aggressive going to the basket on that possession, even with the shot clock winding down. That's how she has to play for Notre Dame.
Looking inside for Michaela Elmore, but it's off her fingertips. This is our quick review.
Nah.
Yeah, no good.
No good.
So, are we going to take the points off the board, or are we going to wait for the officials to do it? A 2-second difference, game and shot clock here. Watson.
That was a nice pass by Westbeld. She's so steady for this Notre Dame team. Good look to her teammate for the finish.
Robinson. No good at the buzzer. But a strong opening 10 minutes for Clemson. Right now we go to break with the score 12-10. But it's very likely when we come back, the Tigers lead will have double Michael tonight in Chapel Hill. What do you think about that one?
Oh, that's amazing. That rivalry for decades between UNC and Duke. And Duke right now undefeated, the #1 team in the ACC. Their sole loss to UConn earlier in the season. So I'm sure Coach Lawson will have her team prepared to go and face a tough UNC opponent.
Notre Dame still a couple weeks away from getting their first crack at Carol Lawson's Blue Devils this year. Opening seconds of the second quarter, and it'll be Notre Dame ball. Irish were 2 of 8 with 6 turnovers in the first 10.
This is the first time we're seeing Clemson's full court press, really trying to get that ball out of Olivia Miles' hands.
Perfect trap, forcing the turn. Bradford. Elmore. 2 missed opportunities there for Clemson.
And that's something Clemson cannot have against Notre Dame. They have to capitalize on those opportunities.
It's not just forcing the turnovers, it's creating the points off turnovers that has been the recipe for success. Early minutes of the second quarter, a lot like the early minutes of the first for Notre Dame at the offensive end.
Yeah, Notre Dame really struggling, trying to get something in their half-court set.
Perpignan did not score in the first quarter for the Tigers. To Robinson with 4. Robinson attacking Ebo. Banks it in!
I tell you, when Clemson needs a big shot, Robinson seems to always come through, or at least the majority of the time, and that was just a showing of that on that last possession.
6 points, 3 rebounds already for Amari. Another deflected entry pass, but this time the foul going on Elmore.
And right here, Robinson has Ebo on her. Tough leaning shot to the basket, high off the glass with the finish. And that's exactly what Robinson is capable of doing. She is the consistent leader for this Clemson team. Coach Butler said it earlier, like each game with each opponent, they need a little bit more out of her. And it seems like Robinson continues to deliver.
Prosper does not connect with a push shot. Another rebound for Robinson. Perpignan steps into it, knocks it down.
And you can't leave Perpignan wide open like that. You gotta find her. She's a shooter. I'm sure that's on the scouting report, and she goes nothing but net on that three-point shot.
That was a perfect rainbow 3. Mabry lost it on the way up. It was last touched by Enyang. It'll stay with Notre Dame.
And Notre Dame, it was nice. She just pulled up, stepped right into it. Wide open, you're going to knock that down, and she does. Nothing but bottoms.
I had dead center in between the rim.
Wasn't looking like my shot earlier. Shoot around.
He knocks him down, just like that from Olivia Miles. Quickly at the other end, the Tigers answer.
But you see Miles telling her teammates, they got to get back defensively. You cannot allow Clemson to go coast to coast for a wide open layup, just like Perpignan just did.
A lot of basketball left tonight, but so far it is in fact a similar story to the game that you and I witnessed here 3 weeks ago, with 7th-ranked Virginia Tech coming in and just kind of getting out-hustled.
Right.
Clemson's playing with such fierce defensive intensity.
They are.
Mabry can't connect from 3. Citron volleyballs the rebound out to Miles.
She does, and oh, nice pass.
Great vision from Olivia Miles.
And she sees it and she gets it there.
First field goal for KK Bransford. She's got 3 points in the game. 3 minutes into the second quarter. Clemson beat Virginia Tech 3 weeks ago. It was their first win over a top 10 team in about 21 years. I don't want to wait that long again as we see it travel.
No, they definitely don't. And you can see right here, Olivia Miles. Everybody is looking to see what she's doing. KK Bradford wide open on the baseline for the easy lay-in. I mean, that was a nice dime by Miles, but she's capable with her IQ as a point guard for this Notre Dame team. She's able to get her teammates involved and get them nice looks at the basket.
Here's the thing. That was not only Miles' first assist of the night, it was the first assist for Notre Dame. There's the second on the dish to the elbow. Maddy Westbeld drains the jumper.
And sometimes it just takes a minute to get into the flow. But when you have a point guard like Olivia Miles, she'll be able to get you there.
Robinson steps inside the arc. Miles with a rebound, her first. Just plays the game with such creativity, and she's pretty talented too.
I mean, the 1-foot jump shot off the handoff pass by Ebo, I mean, that's an athletic play, and that's a pro move. She just makes it look so easy when she's in the flow of the game.
She plays the game differently than everybody else.
She does. It may be a little unorthodox, but she has the coach in Coach Ivy that allows her just to play her game. She trusts what she does. She's an extension of Coach Ivy on the court.
Nice pass by Gaines, and Inyang drains the jumper. Important bucket there for Clemson. After the Irish had scored the previous 6 in a row. Notre Dame 3 for its last 3, but Westbeld misses on the block. Ahead to Perpignan. Into traffic. Travel is called. Is that the 5th or 6th travel
for
called
the game
against Clemson?
Yeah, Mabry, that was good defense. She was able to stop Perpignan as she was going to the basket and gets the traveling call. Otherwise, that would have been a made basket by Perpignan.
Notre Dame averaging about 80-something points a game, 4 in double figures. Clemson's defense has flummoxed them so far tonight.
It has, and that's what Clemson's defense has done to a lot of opponents this season. That is their bread and butter.
Alasia Douglas left open, and Notre Dame pays the price.
The smooth lefty from the corner, able to get the knockdown, and it allows Clemson to get back in this press.
Citron, air ball. Out of bounds, Clemson ball. Tigers up by 8 against the 7th-ranked Irish here at Littlejohn.
I've always loved building things, not just structures and skyscrapers, but teams who make it all possible. After all, we wouldn't be where we are today without them. So we made sure that, like these buildings, their futures may also stand the test of time.
There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. We got power. We got future. So let's drive on and make the future we want to see together. So stop by your Ford dealer today and claim one of the thousands of new Ford trucks and SUVs on their way.
Now get 0% APR financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 retail trade assist cash on the 2022 Ford Edge. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Never done that before.
(24-16), Clemson leading Notre Dame. And look, the Tigers are not a team that wins because of the three-point shot. But if you're going to give it to them, they can make it.
Right. And that's what we've seen the last couple of possessions. I mean, we see Perpignan hits that last 3, and then Douglas wide open in the corner. She knocks down the three-point shot. And you leave anybody open, it's a good chance they're going to make a shot. And Notre Dame has to do a better job with their rotations and getting out on these Clemson shooters.
And look, this is a Notre Dame team that's ranked 6th in the net ratings. They're 7th in the AP poll, but those are a couple of defensive possessions that Neil Ivey will want back.
She will, and hopefully those mishaps will not cost them in this game very early. I mean, we even said it going back to what Clemson likes to do. Already in this game, they have 7 steals, and Notre Dame has 8 turnovers. Out of those 8 turnovers, Clemson has capitalized and scored 8 points off of those. So Clemson continuing to do what they normally do and trying to score and get buckets off of the havoc and turnovers they create.
These are the 5 ACC teams in the AP Top 25. I continue to be flabbergasted by Florida State's lack of inclusion. Their loss on Sunday against Louisville notwithstanding. I mean, earlier in the week, they destroyed NC State, and the Wolfpack are still in the top 20, and Florida State's nowhere to be found. That's all about the preseason ranking, and
it
doesn't make sense.
It doesn't, but sometimes, you know, I think the tournament or the polls, they get so used to the same teams every week being included, and they want to keep it that way.
Big surprise, Baylor not in the AP Top 25. They have been ranked in 365 straight polls over 19 years, but the Bears have lost a couple in a row. Robinson's 3 wouldn't go. Westbeld the rebound. Citron creates another possession. Attacks off the dribble. And then nearly turns it over. Great hustle by Douglas all the way into the backcourt. There's a lot of contact here, and they're going to reset the shot clock because of the Clemson possession.
Yeah, and you see Coach Ivey telling Citron she should have shot that shot instead of trying to make that pass in the paint. She's a very capable scorer, tries to thread the needle and turns into a turnover almost.
And they initially put 17, but now Billy Smith's asking for 27, which makes sense because there was no missed shot offensive rebound. It was a
change of possession.
Yeah, 2 teams trading turnovers back and forth.
It's been bodies on the floor all night, and this gym gets a little warm, so
yes, it does.
Probably a great idea to try and wipe some of that sweat residue off of the court.
Warm day here in Clemson, South Carolina. Miles lost it. Bradford may have knocked it away off of Olivia's foot. That's the 10th Notre Dame turnover.
And that's something Notre Dame has to be aware of. They can't just be loose with the basketball. These Clemson guards have quick hands and get deflections.
Citron gets it back. Clemson's 11th turnover.
Clemson back in this 2-3 zone.
They've done a nice job preventing Notre Dame's post from getting position inside. Olivia Miles knocks down the outside shot.
Right in front of Whitehorn. And Miles is just a confident player, but she knows her team needs these points. They've been struggling to try and get any type of scoring in the paint, but her outside shooting has been on point.
She's got 9 of Notre Dame's 19. Robinson doubled, deflected, and stolen.
And that was a great double team by Westbeld and Ebo.
Ebo back for Citron, floating it inside Westbeld. Double down. Citron 3. Westbeld on the glass. Mabry at the elbow.
Right now, Notre Dame just cannot buy a bucket unless it's Olivia Miles shooting it. And they are struggling. Some good looks at the basket, but the ball is just not falling.
That's well said. Miles is 4 for 6 in the game. The rest of the team is 3 for 16. Whew. Officials are sending the teams back to their benches for reasons that are at the moment unclear. Oh, there was blood on an elbow. Michaela Elmore got dinged up, so they're going to do a quick patch-up job on her. After today, Clemson has to go back on the road for 2 more, and you know, there are 2 teams in the bottom half of the league, BC and Georgia Tech, but No road game is easy in this league. Notre Dame's learning that here tonight.
No, it's not. I mean, that's why you have to capitalize when you have home games. You have to win those, because when you go out on the road, and Notre Dame has been a fantastic team this season on the road, so you can't really discredit that, but it's so hard to win on the road in conference play.
Westbeld, too strong, and a few chances that trip. Irish come up empty. Michaela Elmore got the Band-Aid, knocked down the three.
Wow. I mean, when Clemson's at home, you see players that you don't normally see really step up, play well for this home crowd, and they get up for this game.
Elmore's 7th three of the season. Miles takes it inside, kicks it for KK Bransford, and they got Ruby Whitehorn with a not-so-stealthy push-off on Sonia Citron.
Yeah, that's a nice battle we need to watch. Both of those players very athletic and good, but this three-point shot by Elmore, buckets, bottoms. She knocks it down and even gives herself a hand clap on the opposite end, like, let's go. I just knocked that three down.
Well, look, in her last 10 games, 8 of them she scored 0 points. So she got a quick three here off the bench. Citron inside, great position for Ebo, and she missed it. Bransford, great position, and she puts it in.
That's great positioning by the freshman. Bransford right there for that putback, assisting her teammate after the miss.
If you're Ebo, do you forget that miss quicker because your teammate got the stick back?
Yeah. Someone scored.
Gaines hangs in the air and gets the roll.
And that was a nice athletic move.
Sure was. This Clemson team does not play scared. Miles with another three.
Well, neither does Olivia Miles. And Coach Ivy tells her to do something on the defensive end, and she gives the thumbs up.
Just a 22% three-point shooter coming into the night.
Now she's muddy, huh?
She missed her first two. Bradford, too strong. Rebound deflected. Nunu runs it down. Nunu runs into a crowd. Perpignan. Another Clemson travel.
That's a lot of travels tonight, and you said that a few times. But good defense by Notre Dame. They need to see if they can close this half out strong. Right now, down by 5. But when you have a point guard like Olivia Miles, I'm sure she's going to make something happen in these closing seconds.
Olivia Miles has 12 of Notre Dame's 24 points. Picks up her 3rd assist on the Westbeld baseline, Jay.
And that's probably one of the first shots we've seen from a Notre Dame player scoring from outside of the paint besides Olivia Miles this evening.
Yep. Well, 10 first-half field goals for the Irish, and Olivia Miles scored or assisted on 8 of the 10. And look, Notre Dame forced 13 games in the league tonight. There are 3 games that are 1-point games at the half. Our game is the blowout. Clemson's up by 3. So hopefully folks don't change the channel and go to one of the 1-point games. We got a good one here. The 7th-ranked Irish getting tested against the Tigers. Can someone beyond Olivia Miles give Notre Dame some consistent offense? Maybe Kylie Watson is that person.
And that was a great move by Watson. She's been pretty quiet this evening, capable scorer in the paint for Notre Dame, and we just saw it on that last possession.
It's a relatively quiet first half for Ruby Whitehorn. Amanda Butler telling us early today that we need Ruby to take more shots. She was 4 for 9 last game. That's not enough attempts.
It's not, especially when you have a talent like Whitehorn who is capable of getting her own buckets. And Coach Butler wants to see more of that, of her being aggressive, understanding how she can contribute to this Clemson team that doesn't necessarily have to always come from scoring.
Watson with back-to-back buckets, and Notre Dame has its first lead since the score was 2-zip.
And that quickly, how the tides turn.
Flip it inside to Hank. She picked up 2 fouls, only played 5 minutes in the first half. Mabry to Miles. That's 6 in a row for Notre Dame.
Nice 2-on-1 between Mabry and Miles. Miles able to finish at the rim, and now Clemson has to call a timeout.
Was waiting for Amanda Butler to give the signal. She waited till her team crossed midcourt, but she wants to talk it over. 94 seconds gone in the third, and Notre Dame has arrived.
It's bow time. That's not a phone in your pocket. It's a beeline to Bojangles' famous chicken and biscuits. Because with the Bojangles app, you can order ahead, skip the line, and get that tender, juicy chicken in no time. It's bow time.
Accidents happen in the blink of an eye. But if you think your accident happened fast, wait until you see how quickly the insurance company moves to avoid paying you. You can't afford to wait, and you can't afford to get it wrong. Get the strong arm. Call attorney John Foy and Associates.
No one moves faster or works harder to get you the most money possible. We know what your case is worth, and we won't stop until we recover every dollar you deserve. That's the strong arm.
Call attorney John Foy and Associates today.
It's bow time. Look closely and you'll see that Bo's chicken sandwich is only made the right way. Hand-breaded with bold Southern seasoning. But watch out. If you look too close, you'll end up eating it. And we wouldn't blame you. It's bow time.
Saturday night on Bally Sports South, the French try to slow down LA's march to conquer the West. Kings, Predators. Coverage begins at 7:30, 6:30 Central on Bally Sports South, part of Saturday Night in Smashville.
Dear viewers, we are your fans. It's because of you that we do what we do, breaking down the biggest stories in sports and keeping you up to date on the teams that you root for. Thanks to fans, the rally is here. Weekdays on Bally Sports.
It's amazing because she just like pours her heart and soul into it, and especially her playing for the same university, it's like a different type of love, and you just feel her passion when she coaches in every possession, and like it's so easy to play hard for her. It's like you want to play hard for your coach.
Go to quick hitters now, your jersey number 1.
Well, Dara Mabry has made a lot of threes for Niele Ivey, and the Irish are off to a great start here in the third.
Yeah, they are, and you know, when they talk about what Coach Ivey provides to this team and how they just really want to play for her, you know, that just shows the extension of what she has brought to this Notre Dame team in such a short time of just being a head coach in 3 years. But she's been with this program for a long time and has really cemented her name into Notre Dame's books as a fantastic coach for this club.
Just the 4th head coach in the history of the program. By the way, shout out to Mike Bray, who earlier today announced that he'd be stepping down after the end of the season. One of the great coaches and characters in all of college basketball, and I hope he sticks around the game. But Notre Dame is losing their all-time winningest coach after the season, and I'm curious to see if this announcement kind of galvanizes the men's team down the stretch. Because they've got talent, they've underachieved so far, but they can beat anybody in the league. We've seen that through the years. Amari Robinson can't connect. Miles had the rebound. Bradford poked it away, and it finds Watson.
And that is the quickest, fastest I've seen Notre Dame's defense all night long. They were all over the court on that last possession.
Westbeld angles it in.
1-on-1 in the paint. She had the matchup. Westbeld is a capable scorer in the paint. I call her Miss Consistent for this Notre Dame team. She's just steady, but when they need a bucket, she comes through.
Clemson led by as many as 9 in the first half. They now trail by 5. Robinson got hip checked, and the foul is on Kylie Watson.
Yeah, and Robinson has been pretty quiet. We haven't said too much, but her presence and understanding that she needed to make a play and make something happen in the paint, and she's able to draw the foul.
Tigers have not scored yet here in the second half. 8 straight for Notre Dame. 10 straight dating back to the end of the first half. I think it's safe to say the Irish have upped the defensive intensity, although they dodged a bullet there, leaving Perpignan open. And great hustle hustle by Bradford, like a whirling dervish pursuing the rebound.
Wow, it was a lot of kicking on the floor by Bradford to try and get away from the Notre Dame defenders that were guarding her. Citron all over her trying to get the jump ball, and she's just battling and fighting to maintain possession, and she does for Clemson.
She transformed herself into a Tasmanian devil down there. Oh, bad entry pass, though, stolen by Citron.
So athletic. The heads-up play to get that basketball around Bradford to continue to pursue the basket.
Westbeld, the rebound, try to get it to Miles. Whitehorn intercepts and scores.
Great job by Whitehorn to shield Miles. She was coming like she wanted to try for another block. But Whitehorn is able to get ahead and scores the basketball.
4 points for Ruby. Westbeld had it blocked by Enyang.
And it's crazy. It seems like a burst of energy just turned back on for Clemson.
Sure does. Enyang going to the line. Watson just picked up her third. Ebo's coming back in.
Yeah, they need her in. And you see it right here. Whitehorn gets the deflection and steal. Has Miles chasing her, puts her body in front of her, and finishes at the rim. Nice heads-up play by the McDonald's All-American freshman.
So Ano Enyang to the line. We asked Amanda Butler about Enyang's emergence offensively at shoot-around this afternoon. She said she was banged up during the summer. She had a concussion. She had an ankle injury. No fault of her own, but she missed a lot of preseason time, that, ramping up time.
Yeah.
So she wasn't quite ready for the start of the season, but she is in her finest form now.
Hey, and this is the time when you want her to be in her finest form, in the heart of ACC play, right when you're about to hit that midway point in the league.
Foul on Enyang here, and Westbeld will shoot two.
And that's Westbeld's move. If she gets positioning in that paint, she uses her body so well to shield her defender off, to create space so she can go up to the basket.
You have the Mabry legacy, you've got the Westbeld legacy.
Hey, it's a rich tradition at Notre Dame. A lot of players have come through this program. Some really great talent.
Smooth. 9 for Maddy. Irish lead back up to 5. Clemson's only field goal so far in the corner was the Whitehorn layup after the steal. Alasia Douglas. Rebounded by Whitehorn. A lot of contact. No call. Irish ball.
But I'm sure Coach Butler is happy to see the intensity and hustle by her team, even though they weren't able to capitalize on that last possession. But Whitehorn,
that was a lot of contact.
That was a lot of contact.
Some ball.
But
plenty of arm.
She should have been at the free throw line shooting a couple.
Perpignan right in Mabry's grill. Dara dribbles around her, missed it short, gets it back, in and out.
I'm telling you,
not Dara's night.
It's not Dara's night. She has not scored, I don't think, all evening. 0 for 8 from the field, and she's a capable scorer and a shooter. Coach Ivey giving her a minute to think about it on the bench.
Mabry, her 5th collegiate season. Today's her 134th game. She started every one of them. Began her career, of course, playing for Kenny Brooks at Virginia Tech before joining the Mabry tradition in South Bend. Dara and her sisters, Marina and Michaela, at the moment have combined for 802 three-pointers in their college careers. Now, the all-time individual record belongs to former Ohio State Buckeye Kelsey Mitchell. She made 497 threes. So if there was just one Mabry combining all 3 of them, they would have shattered the NCAA record.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Mabry, a good shooter, already over 300 threes in her career.
Clock winding down. Miles Miles, the steal off the Citron deflection. Miles. Loose in the corner. Bradford tracks it down. Irish have missed their last 4 shots. A chance to really kind of create some separation. Maddy Ott into the game for the first time in the second half. And Douglas cans a 3 from the corner.
And that time she actually had a defender, KK Bransford, right there. But Douglas still able to knock the corner 3 down, her second 3 of the game.
I like Olivia Douglas. She is tough.
She is a tough kid.
Great position, and Evo lays it in to the delight of Niele Ivey, who just delivered a big fist pump on the sideline.
Well, any coach, when you see a play be executed how you probably set it up or drew it up, you're going to get excited.
That was an it's about time fist bump. Niele brings the passion. She did as a player. She does as a coach. And it permeates through her team. Irish grinding on the road at Clemson, up by 4.
We know y'all can cook real good, but sometimes the fam just wants Popeyes for dinner. And since our 10-piece box packs lots of our juicy mixed signature chicken everyone can enjoy, you want in too. Get it only at Popeyes.
Love that chicken from Popeyes. There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. We got power. We got future. So let's drive on and make the future we want to see together. So stop by your Ford dealer today and claim one of the thousands of new Ford trucks and SUVs on their way.
Now get 0% APR financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 retail trade assist cash on the 2022 Ford Edge. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Well, Notre Dame has transformed the momentum here in this third quarter. It's our Coyote Tractor turning point. They scored the first 6 points of the quarter to take their lead, and they are looking smooth, especially compared to the first half.
They are. They're looking a lot better on the offensive end, really pushing the basketball, trying to get some fast break points and points in the paint, things that they were very limited in doing in the first half, and we've seen a different Irish team in this second half.
Notre Dame 5 of 11 and only 1 turnover. Contrast that to their sloppy play through much of the first quarter. It is a striking difference. And yet Clemson's right there. I mean, it's a 4-point game.
This is a battle. Clemson wants to see if they can secure another home victory against a ranked opponent. And Notre Dame is just trying to continue to survive and take the hits that they will get and continue to get all season long.
Niele Ivey told us earlier today that the mindset has shifted this year. Obviously, they're deeper. They have more experience bringing so many of their veterans back. Olivia Miles, I mean,
and she's just a sophomore. It's crazy when you look at her and Citron, just sophomores for this Notre Dame team, but
just a sophomore, yet wasn't eligible for the ACC Freshman of the Year award last year for reasons I still don't totally understand. I should say I understand, I just don't agree. Anyway, back to more pressing matters. A Maddy Ott 3 is good from the top of the key.
And that's all she does. She comes into the game and shoots threes this season for Ott. Out of her 74 shots taken, 62 of them have been three-pointers.
Tigers are 5 for 10 from downtown. Notre Dame just 2 for 10. Offensive foul was called on the interior. Ebo battling with Enyang.
It seemed like Enyang was going to get called.
Sure did.
Ebo was being double teamed, and then she ends up getting called for the offensive foul. These teams are battling in the paint. Ebo is trying to establish positioning and get some more touches because Notre Dame, they do need an inside post presence, something we have not seen really at all this evening.
Ebo 6'4", Enyang 6'3". Both are tough and strong. On again. Rebounded by Bradford.
Nice offensive rebound by Bradford, giving Clemson another opportunity. Notre Dame playing this 2-3 zone.
Only 1 second chance bucket so far tonight. Hannah Hank with a rebound.
Stepped out of bounds.
And the shot clock was about to expire anyway.
I mean, that was a nice pass by Bradford to give it to Enyang, and she just couldn't finish at the rim. Those are missed opportunities that Clemson just cannot have against Notre Dame.
Mentioned a couple times tonight. Look, Notre Dame has been the standard in this league since they entered it. Yes, they've dropped off the last few years compared to being the juggernaut that they were from 2014 to 2019, but still, in its entirety, Notre Dame is a juggernaut of a women's basketball program as we see Whitehorn tie up Ebo inside. With all that said, Clemson, I don't want to say they've had Notre Dame's number because they were 0-6 against them just a few years ago, but they have played well over the past few years against the Irish.
Well, you have to applaud Coach Butler because since she stepped on campus and has had to play against Notre Dame, she's been very successful against them.
3-2 as coach of Clemson against the Irish. And Olivia Miles has been a thorn in Coach Butler's side tonight.
And that was deep. She was around the edge of the paw shooting that three-point shot.
That's her third 3 of the night.
Good steal by Notre Dame. Mabry able to get that steal, pushing it.
Mabry wasn't really looking for her shot there. Now she is. Dens off the bracket, still almost went in. Robinson has her 5th rebound of the night.
Mabry has to continue to look for her shot. Shooters keep shooting, even if you're off.
Speaking of shooters, Hannah Hank!
I haven't seen too many that she doesn't like to shoot, but nice looking 3 at the top of the key. And Clemson slams the floor, slaps the floor. They're ready to play some defense.
1-point game. Mabry knocks it down to avoid the 0 for 10.
Hey, and her teammate Miles, the first to give her a high five after knocking down her first shot, which just happens to be a three-pointer for the game.
Her 301st career 3. And 1 for 10 feels a whole lot better than 0 for 10, but Hank with a quick answer.
These teams are trading baskets to end this third quarter. See if Notre Dame can figure something out against this Clemson zone.
Olivia Miles has 3 threes on the night, sets up Mabry. Whitehorn the rebound. About a 4-second difference between the game and shot clock. And now the shot clock's turned off. Olivia Miles all the way. No! Hank the rebound. And she was fouled.
Yeah, that wasn't a
good foul because the Tigers are in the bonus.
Not a good foul. Great steal by Olivia Miles. She's getting fancy with the razzle-dazzle and is not able to finish. Hannah Hank right there for the defensive rebound. You see it right here. Olivia Miles does a great job getting the steal. Doesn't get the finish. And Hannah Hank right there to secure that defensive rebound and gets the foul.
Definitely a stylistic gather there from Miles, but she sort of lost it on the way up.
She did. She lost the grip of the basketball going up, so she couldn't finish that finger roll. But she has such an old school game, and it's fun to watch.
Hank at the line with a chance to tie it up. Hannah had a couple key rebounds early in the game, then picked up her second foul early in the game. but she has erupted for 7 quick points here in this third quarter that has helped Clemson tie the game.
And now Clemson able to get in this full court press to end the quarter.
Just our second tie of the night. The first was 2-2. Miles for Citron with 5. Citron, no. Rebound, batted around. Clemson's got it. And we've got a tie game headed to the fourth.
I think it's something about us, Evan. When Clemson plays ranked opponents, they come to battle.
I think it's
do without her. Her ball handling skills, her leadership as a point guard. She has had a fantastic season thus far.
All right, 10 minutes on the clock. Can the Tigers knock off another top 10 team? Amari Robinson sets up Hank with a left hand too strong. And the foul's on Robinson.
Yeah, Notre Dame, Hannah Hank, when she went to the paint, she traveled before she missed that layup. It was a missed call, but fortunately for Notre Dame, Clemson does not score on that last possession, and they regain the possession.
Just the first foul on Amari Robinson. No one in the game has more than 2 fouls as we start the fourth quarter. Great deflection again. Hank got a piece of it, and then Citron fouls Douglas in the backcourt.
Well, I think sometimes Notre Dame doesn't even know what to do. The Clemson guards are getting and double teaming or getting deflections so quickly. They're getting to spots. And it's causing havoc, like Coach Butler wants to cause. And another turnover and another opportunity for Clemson.
Fallon, Sonia Citron has 7 rebounds in the game, but she hasn't scored. And she has at least 8 points in every game this season coming into tonight, but no points through 3 quarters for Sonia. Good defense by Ebo.
Good defense by Ebo, especially to get a foot on that baseline to cut off Robinson.
Citron remains scoreless, and they call the jump ball. Maddy Westbeld.
She can't believe it. But that was
like
a great
she ripped it away.
Yeah, she did. It was a quick jump ball call by the referee. Yeah, it seems like she got it away from Ebo, but I guess according to the referee, just not in time.
And that was not simultaneous possession. Miles. That would have matched her career high for 3s made in a game. Citron stepped out of bounds.
But those are the hustle plays. Citron, she was so confident and happy in getting that steal, ready to go to the basket, something that probably could have gotten her going. But hopefully you see a different pace because she is a good, solid defensive player for this Notre Dame team as well, and can create offensive opportunities for herself just off of her defense. Coach Ivey said that today in the shoot-around. They have to be more intentional of creating more offense through their defense.
A nice find, Hank to Perpignan for 3.
That looked just as good as the one she had in the first half. That was nothing but bottoms. And she was left wide open in the corner. Great pass by Hannah Hank, and she's able to knock it down.
Remember when I said late in the third that Notre Dame had missed 4 or 5 buckets in a row when they had a chance to create some separation?
You did.
Now Clemson's in front here in the fourth. KK Bransford with a strong take and earning a pair of free throws for the Irish.
Yeah, that was a great move by Bransford. But let's go back to this 3-point shot by Perpignan. Another bottoms, nothing but net from the corner. Probably the hardest 3-point shot you can shoot in the game. And she's nothing but bottoms from the excellent pass by Hannah Hank.
Hank just picked up her 3rd foul. And KK Bransford to the line. Seven points for KK. Mabry back in. Enyang also returning for Clemson. And Hank goes to the bench.
It hasn't been pretty all the time, but it's been a battle. These teams are really competing, getting after it.
Clemson's largest lead was by 9. Notre Dame's was only by 5. Perpignan kicks it. Whitehorn. They're going to call Perpignan for the foul on Citron over the back.
And that's a good call. Citron had position and gets the box out. Perpignan tries to reach over her back and gets called for the foul.
Number 2 on Brie. Miles and Watson, the only members of the Irish who have surpassed their season averages tonight. And a miss by Miles there on the runner. Tigers by 1 with the ball. Shot clock winding down. Perpignan stripped by Westbeld. Numbers for Notre Dame. Miles, nice dish. Citron, and 1.
That's what Notre Dame has been waiting on all evening long, to see Citron score a basket, and she finally gets one. Great assist pass by her teammate Miles, but she's able to follow it up, finish, and draws the foul.
First points of the night for Sonia Citron. Mentioned earlier, she scored at least 8 in every game she's played this year. And of course, there's still time for that to happen tonight. Missed the free throw, though. That does not happen very often. She was 88% for the season coming into the game from the free throw line.
Yeah, tonight, Clemson just really has her out of her game, but another steal by Notre Dame.
Miles leads the break. Westbeld missed the runner, and Whitehorn emerges with the basketball. Whitehorn, a decision beyond her years, bringing it back out, sets up for 3. Miles fouled in the backcourt after the Whitehorn miss.
We talk about it. Miles just has a knack for the basketball. Not only is she a great passer, but also a great rebounder, leading this team in rebounding at around 7.8 per game. And that's a lot of rebounds for a guard, especially a point guard.
Miles will shoot free throws for the first time tonight. Yikes. Another excellent free throw shooter, 80% for the season.
And these are key. You want to knock down these free throws, especially in such a close, tight game in the fourth quarter. Hopefully they will not look back at those missed free throws and they end up being costly misses.
Clemson hasn't scored in over 2 minutes. Nice dish. Robinson snaps the skid.
And we said she's been quiet, but a big basket at the right time for Robinson for Clemson.
She can be quiet and still finish with 14 and 10.
And we don't, until we look at the box score, you wouldn't even know it.
She's got 8 and 6 right now. High-low feed. Clemson anticipated it, and the foul's on Westbeld.
They did, and that was a great job. Westbeld showing like she was open. Citron gives her the pass, but Clemson's swarming defense, just great play, great help defense by Enyang to get that steal. I'm not sure where the offensive foul was.
Maddie's like, is the foul on my chin? Did my chin run into her elbow?
I just think that was a good steal by Enyang.
Looked like it. Goes as Maddie's 3rd personal, though. Ruby Whitehorn. Nice pass, although Enyang couldn't handle it. Mabry steps in, kicks it. Miles. And the rebound off Hank. It'll stay with Notre Dame.
But I like what Olivia Miles just did to her teammate. Mabry just missed that 3, but told her, keep your head up. I'm going to come back to you later.
We're tied with 5:15 to play. Westbeld to Miles. She'll try again. Airmails it. Ebo on the glass. No! Tie up on the rebound. Possession to Clemson. Every possession takes us one step closer to the finish line as Clemson bids for the upset over the top 10 Irish. 49 all, 5 minutes to play.
How do you enjoy a delicious home-cooked meal without the prep? Take a fresh approach to dinner with this Little Big Meal from the Fresh Market. A ready-to-cook meal that feeds a family of 4 for just $25. Try America's most loved dinner today.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
And they handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
How do I save every day on the fresh foods I love most? With the Fresh Market Ultimate Loyalty Experience, I get member-only pricing on items like top-quality meat and seafood, fresh produce, and items I buy regularly. So join today and start saving.
The biggest games in sports, the biggest names in sports.
The defense is out of this world right now.
Discussed by the best team in the game on The Rally.
We're going to talk some NFL, college football. So much to get into. Let's get right to it.
Voices you can trust on the stories you care about.
I think this is just the beginning.
Your go-to before the games are on. The Rally. Weekdays on Valley Sports and streaming on the Valley Sports app and on Valley Sports Plus.
It's time for CPI Security protecting the paint. And look, the Tigers have kept the paint clean. They've protected it that way by knocking down 7 threes tonight, Fallon.
Oh, they have, and they have been lights out from behind the arc tonight. Several players stepping up and knocking down threes. And we talked about Perpignan, those pretty threes she had, but that was a nice three right there by Ott. And Coach Butler's team has just come to play this evening, and when you want to win or get a win against a ranked opponent, you got to knock down three-point shots like they've knocked down tonight.
Look, it's mid-January, and there's a ton of basketball to be played. But if Amanda Butler's team can finish the season around 500 in the league with wins over top 10 Virginia Tech, top 10 Notre Dame, that's the resume of a team that can play into March.
Oh, definitely so. And these are the games that you want to secure and win, especially at home, because if it is close and the committee is looking, they're going to look at these wins and say, that's a team we won in the tournament.
Clemson ball, tied at 49. Perpignan, Hank, Whitehorn, Enyang, and Bradford. Just like the purpose with which Clemson plays on both ends of the floor. That's a bad pass, though, off Hank's hands. Taken by Miles.
Bad pass, but good defense by Notre Dame. Really playing tough defense in the paint. Yep. Being stingy, not allowing much to go in there.
Citron, corner three. Rebound, Bradford. Notre Dame now 4 for 18 from beyond the arc. Great atmosphere here at Little John. Hank able to keep her pivot foot. Bradford gives it right to Miles. Another steal for Olivia. Another assist for Olivia.
But I like it. That was a situation. Olivia could have taken it to the basket herself. Waits on her teammate Westbeld and gives her an assist to finish at the basket.
Her 7th assist of the night matches her season average. Westbeld into double figures with 11. And the Irish back into a 2-point lead. And a timeout taken by Clemson with a shot clock at 13 and the game clock at 3:27.
And you see Bradford, that's a no-no. You never want to turn your back when the opposite defender can come and steal it. And Miles does it. Gives a nice assist to Westbeld for the finish. And that's exactly what Notre Dame needs, trying to get some type of run going as this game winds down. Something that Coach Butler doesn't want to see, a reason she called a timeout. But Notre Dame is trying to figure out a way to secure a road victory and continue to be one of the top teams, if not the top team in the ACC. As Clemson is trying to fight and see if they can get another win against a ranked opponent.
Irish back home for their next two against Virginia and FSU. And a tough stretch at NC State, at BC, and then home for Duke.
They're battle tested.
What will the Tigers have for us out of the timeout? Shot clock winding down. Perpignan takes it. Another rebound for Olivia Miles. Will Miles' magic be the difference here in the fourth for Notre Dame?
Clemson doing such a great job to clog that lane.
Great defense by Robinson. 10 to shoot. Mabry in the corner. Long rebound. Miles has it. Lost it. Got it back. The foul is on Hank, and it's her fourth.
And that's great hustle by the sophomore Miles. She saw that offensive rebound. She was heading and being the decoy going back to get on defense, and decides to run in instead to secure that offensive rebound, and now is giving herself an opportunity to get two at the free throw line.
That's a fifth team foul in the fourth quarter, so Olivia Miles, 1 of 2 at the line tonight. Back to the strike. Smooth.
She has it, as you said earlier, around 80% on the season from the free throw line. Knocks down 2 shots.
Confident strokes right there. Miles crosses the 20-point plateau for the 4th time this year, coming off a season-high 23 on Sunday at Syracuse. Her career high from a scoring standpoint last year. She scored 30 against BC. Big offensive possession here for Clemson. Hank missed everything. Irish ball.
It looked good from where we were sitting, but just a little short. But that's another solid possession by Notre Dame on the defensive end. Clemson trying to get back in this full court press.
Citron, good adjustment to catch that pass.
She's an athlete. She's capable of doing that.
Look at the size disparity here, but Douglas giving Miles everything she can. Miles finds some daylight. Missed the shot. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch by Notre Dame. Clemson ball.
Ebo trying to make her case, but that basketball went off her hands out of bounds. Good call by the ref.
Final 2 minutes here at Little John Coliseum. Notre Dame looking for its 5th road win of the season. They've only lost once away from home. They're 14-2 overall. Number 7 in the nation. Trying to ward off the upset bid from the Tigers. With a clock at 5, Amari Robinson gets it up and in.
You said it. I was saying all game long she had been quiet, but when they needed a big bucket, she comes through.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
And Robinson just decides to take Ebo one-on-one, couple fakes, but is able to finish with the left hand at the rim. A nice play by the senior.
Irish ball with a 2-point lead and a $1.25 to play. As you see the upcoming schedule for Clemson. A trip to Chestnut Hill, and then a short drive down to Atlanta are the next two before Carolina and Miami come here to Little John. It's almost February, not quite, but we're getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there. Before you know it, it's going to be February and down to the home stretch of conference play, and it's just going to be more competitive in the league. Teams are going to battle it out. I think a conversation with Coach Brooks, he said you're going to have teams at the top of the league with 4 or 5 losses because this league is just so good and competitive, and that's what it's been all season long, and we're seeing it here tonight. Great showing once again by Clemson at home.
If I told Amanda Butler before the game you were going to turn it over 28 times tonight, you probably wouldn't think you'd be within 2 with 85 seconds to go, but here we are.
Yeah, here we are. And no, I don't think many coaches would think they would be in a ball game with that many turnovers, but you got to applaud this Clemson team. They just continue to fight.
It is loud here at Little John. Clemson zoning it up. Westbeld with 7 with 6. Mabry to Miles. Westbeld puts it in.
Just like we talk about Amari Robinson for Clemson, Westbeld is that for Notre Dame. Just steady, big-time shot in the paint. Able to extend her team's lead by 4.
Oh, huge swat by Olivia Miles.
She's been waiting on that all evening. Got called for a foul earlier when she was trying to get a block, but she got all ball on that one.
Up 4, 34 seconds to go. Clemson needs a stop, more preferably a steal, and the foul will send Westbeld to the line. Before the block, it was Westbeld with the clock winding down.
Oh, she was. I mean, perfect timing. She finds her spacing right there at the free throw line and is able to knock that free throw shot down. And Miles, whoop, Amari Robinson thought she had a wide open shot, and not on Miles's watch. She comes over with the swat, and Citron is able to secure it. Westbeld back at the free throw line for 2 shots.
Maddy's been the second scorer that Notre Dame desperately needed, along with Miles. 15 for Westbeld, 20 for Miles, and a 6-point lead for Notre Dame with 30 seconds left.
And Coach Ivy says she really loves her team. They just compete. You know, they enjoy being around each other, playing for each other, and it's just a good group, a good nucleus of players, and they've come with it. Olivia Miles was carrying this team, especially in the first half. We saw it, like the razzle-dazzle, the over-the-head layup, and then the nice zip pass to KK Bransford. But she can do it all over the floor. Jump shots, passing, layups, rebounding for this team, and she knows how to get her teammates involved, especially when they need a bucket, and she knows how to score a bucket for her team when they need to score. She has been lights out tonight.
20 steals for Notre Dame's defense.
And that's what Coach Ivy, we're going to reiterate it. She said they needed to create offense from their defense, and that stat line alone shows that they were listening to what she was saying at shoot-around in practice this week.
Clemson needs a quick bucket. Amari Robinson missed it. Westbeld the rebound. And a foul called on Douglas. Neo Ivy's team 21.3 seconds away from escaping the Tiger Den here at Clemson.
Hey, if you're able to get a win and escape, that is A-OK. A win is a win in this league, and I'm sure Coach Ivy will sleep the same if she's able to secure, or her team's able to secure this victory on the road.
She missed them both. Still a 2-possession game.
Clemson's gonna have to do something quickly.
Whitehorn scoops it outside. Perpignan needs it. Got it!
Wow. A transfer from Butler said it at practice. She has the experience, a lot of game experience. And she just showed us with that last three-point shot. That gives her her third three of the game. And all of them have been nothing but net bottoms. Big time shot.
We're not done yet. 3-point game, 9.3 to go. Now Clemson, I believe, is out of timeouts. No, according to the scoreboard here, they got one left. This last timeout was taken by Notre Dame. So each team has one timeout left. We'll get that adjusted on our bar. Because Notre Dame called the timeout to advance the ball here. So, look, you go for a steal. If not, you give the quick foul. Irish have helped the Tigers out. Just some missed free throws here late.
And you said it. We said it earlier that that's one thing you don't want to look back at it and see missed free throws in the box score when you're in a close battle like this one, and they can come back to haunt you. But Notre Dame has another opportunity to take advantage and hopefully secure this win, because Clemson's definitely going to foul.
Citron needs to get it in. Ebo has it. Ball was tipped on the pass to Citron. A lot of contact, and finally a whistle.
I'm still baffled as to why they let so much time go off the clock. I understand going for the steal. Oh, wow.
There's a question of whether the ball went out of bounds right in front of the table, and they're going to look at it. Did she step out there? We're going to need one of the under-the-basket angles to see, because the scores table's in the way.
It's blocking our view, so we couldn't see where her feet were. We just saw her body. But I take back what I said. If that ends up being a Notre Dame turnover, that was a big-time play. Great defense by Clemson.
There's a lot of traffic from in between the camera and the basket to our right. But here's the trailing basket, or trailing camera. Did she step out? It's so tough to tell.
Tough to tell.
Looks like she thought she did.
Yeah, pushing that foot back.
It's really close.
Oh, man, how this game could turn. Clemson could get another opportunity after Perpignan hit a big-time three.
Yes, she did. Her third three of the game. Cut the 6-point gap in half. Duke, once down 10-zip, comes all the way back.
Tied at halftime.
Similar football score to what we saw earlier. Do we see anything from this basket angle?
Still can't really tell from this angle up here.
They are overturning it and saying she stepped out of bounds. It'll be Clemson ball with 5.9 remaining. Notre Dame was up 6 with the ball. Missed 2 free throws. Perpignan's 3. Makes it a 3-point game, and then the Notre Dame turnover. Clemson has just used its final timeout. They'll advance it, and then they got 5.9. Do they go back to Perpignan? What do you think?
She's had the hot hand. I mean, it's been a few shooters, but she's hit the most threes for Clemson this evening. Why not set up a play to get her open? But if not, you got Ott, who's also in the game. I'm sure she's going to be looking for her shot. This is going to be a big play. Who's ever at the point, Bransford, if she's trying to set up the play, or Perpignan trying to set something up in the offense. But they have shooters on the floor that are capable. 8 of 17 from 3 tonight.
What a game this has been. And look, if Clemson knocks down a shot here and wins this thing either in regulation or in overtime, there's nothing fluky about it. The Tigers have had the lead longer than Notre Dame has had the lead in this game. They played gutty. Notre Dame, a great third quarter to transform the halftime deficit into a lead heading into the fourth. But my goodness. We were tied heading into this fourth quarter. the Tigers will inbound. Perpignan, Hank, Maddy is out there with Robinson and Bradford. 5.9 seconds. They don't have a timeout. They get it in. Bradford, good look at a three. Missed it. Rebound, Notre Dame. And Maddy Westbeld will shoot free throws at the other end with 3.1 left.
Yeah, it was a great set play. And Bradford just could not knock it down. Good defense by Notre Dame. Even on that possession, Coach Ivey took out Olivia Miles and had a group out there that just really defended, and Westbeld was able to secure the defensive rebound.
Westbeld missed another free throw. Now Clemson's out of timeouts. So if there's a miss here, they need to get a quick outlet. Amari Robinson hit a half-court shot earlier today. Can she do it again? Outlet, Bradford for the tie. No! And Notre Dame survives.
Hey, when you can escape, you just collect the win and go home. And that's exactly what Coach Ivey is going to do. That was a nail-biter right there. Great battle between these two teams.
My goodness gracious.